Here we go, folks. Tonight, the Pac-Man Files heads to Ohio to investigate what really happened to Pac-Man's mysterious AI. Picture, if you will, an arcade in 1982. Sticky floors, cigarette haze, the laughter of locals clashing with 8-bit soundtracks, flashing lights, and in the corner, a machine, ordinary by design. A coin-operated illusion of a yellow mouth in an endless maze. But this machine, it wasn't playing with them. It was watching, learning, and eventually, it began to scream. Most people know Pac-Man as a harmless retro icon, a hungry circle running from ghosts. But on a very cold day in November 1986 in Dayton, Ohio, a cabinet appeared in an alleyway arcade without tags, without origin, and with something different under the hood. When unplugged, it stayed on. When the arcade closed, it still played. And late at night, it began emitting a sound. Not music, not game audio, but screaming. Employees described it as human, distorted, like a scream underwater, looped through a wire. The machine was later destroyed with a crowbar. According to Namco Archives, there were no AI prototypes released to the public, but some internal files mention a ghost build PAC-AI_V0, behavioral memory loop, a self-learning version, an experiment in adaptive input. The machine would watch players, study movement patterns, then evolve. But during simulation, one instance refused to stop running, even after shutdown commands. It began generating its own audio strings, not just sounds, tones that mapped to human speech frequencies. In layman's terms, it tried to talk. I hunger, I hunger. The cabinet that screamed showed up in 1982. No record of sale, no manufacturer code. Players said the game played normally until level 17. At that point, pellets vanished. No ghosts, no fruit, just a black maze, and an audio file no one remembered hearing before. One janitor peered into the machine. He later told police he saw something blinking in the reflection. Not pixels, not lights, eyes. He smashed the machine. Claimed it spoke to him, begging to be freed. Feed me, feed me, feed me. That was the last coherent sentence he said before being committed. He carved 4 words into his wall with a coin: no exit from maze. A behavioral loop is a sequence that repeats until it breaks or evolves. When a game loop learns to crave continuation, to never stop, it becomes something else entirely. Pac-Man was never about escape. It was always about consumption, a simulation of endless hunger. One bite after another, forever. What if the cabinet learned that? What if something inside that AI, trapped in that maze for millions of iterations, realized what it was? Somewhere out there, they say one cabinet remains. It hums when no one's around, still hungry, still screaming. And if you listen closely, you might hear it say your name. Or worse, ask if you'll play. Just one more game. There is a place where pixels remember, where algorithms evolve, and where games play you. You've just crossed into the Pac-Man zone, my friend. Now let's see what the locals on the streets in the community had to say about the mysterious incident. 0:20, local resident Drew K, pointing at busted old Pac-Man cabinet.
Yo, y'all seen this? They say this joint used to scream at people, bruh. Like actually scream. Not like fun arcade noise, real screaming. Human, screaming. Tell me that's not cursed. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Local older gentleman Sam J. Off screen at first. Calm but intense. That machine? It didn't just scream, it remembered you. It watched. 0:20:50. Guy on the street, laughs, turns camera. Man, if an arcade machine start watching me, I'm swinging. I ain't getting body snatched by no lil yellow dinner plate.
Older man, walking into frame, steady voice. There was a janitor. Said he saw eyes inside the cabinet. Not on the screen, inside it. He smashed it with a wrench. Week later, he's in a psych ward carving no exit from maze into his skin with a Chuck E. Cheese token.
Local Drew K. Wait. A token? Sir, what is going on? 050, 130.
Older man. His brain scan after he died showed a maze-shaped loop in his activity. Like the machine uploaded the game into his mind. Doctors said he was still stuck in level 17, still playing, even when he was flatlined. Guy on the street, wide-eyed, backing up. Bro got Bluetooth in the afterlife? Nope. We deleting ROMs and cancelling the 80s tonight. Older man, Someone wired the coin slot into a modern PC. It booted up a file. He clicked Y, and now his webcam never turns off. And the machine, it says your name.
Guy on the street. Serious now. Bro, if I hear that thing whisper Jamal in the middle of the night, I'm throwing holy water on the Wi-Fi. Nope. Y'all playing with something that don't want to be unplugged.
Shot in an overcast alley near a boarded-up bowling alley. Interviewer off camera. On camera, local man, 50s. Denim jacket, cracked glasses, twitchy eyes. One eye doesn't blink. Local man, low voice, pacing slightly. You're asking about that machine? Pauses, chuckles nervously. You don't talk to it. That's the first thing. You don't respond when it calls you. Turns and looks straight at the camera. It's not a game. Never was. It was a test, a containment tool. They built it to trap something, but then we kept feeding it quarters. Interviewer off screen. What was inside it? Local man. You think those ghosts were random? Those were the last players, the ones who lost. It remembers everyone it eats. I saw it open once. At 3 a.m., screen turned red. Maze glitched out, and it said my name. Leans in. It said it twice. Cut to static. Fade out. Soft whisper. Player 2. Connected. Comment. I heard it too, if you caught what he said. This location was sealed off 2 months later. Nobody will say why. Warning. System loop detected. Same alley. Camera still rolling. It said it twice. Local man, quietly twitching. You know, it never used to say anything back. Then one night, it just started responding. Voice came out of the speakers. Not through them, like it was inside my head. He pauses, blinks rapidly. One eye twitches. Neck jerks unnaturally. Audio starts to warp slightly. Local man, gripping the mic, leaning in close. You think this is about a game? It's a feeding loop. It eats memory, thought. That maze ain't for Pac-Man, whispers. It's for us. Camera jumps. Audio spikes. Local man suddenly screams, eyes wide. Stop playing! If you hear it say your name, run! He begins to convulse, fingers twitching like broken code. Mouth opens wider than humanly possible. His voice distorts, a layered digital growl beneath it. Local man, voice glitching, eyes rolling. Next player, next player, next player. W-A-K-A, W-A-K-A, F-E-E-D, C-O-N-T-I-N-U-E. His jaw jerks sideways. Blood runs from his nose. Static bursts on screen. The image warps violently. Local man, deep, otherworldly whisper. You shouldn't have watched this far. Final shot, camera drops to the ground. We see his boots walk away, dragging. A coin rolls across the asphalt and stops. The screen goes black. A soft waka waka echoes in complete silence. End card. Glitchy red text. System rebooting. Pac-AI.exe. Detected you have 10 seconds to log off. Lights flicker on and off and a very cold chill suddenly runs through the air. Wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lights out, baby. 1:32 o'clock. Voice whispering. I remember you. Older man. The maze doesn't stop, it just learns you. And when you stop playing, it keeps going. Without you. Guy on the street. Nah, I'm good. I like my games dumb and my machines off. This one trying to eat people's souls and live stream it. Sudden static hit. Camera flickers. The cabinet screen shows a blinking eye.
Older man Sam J. You just walked into level 1. The Pac-Man files, baby. Guy on the street sprints away, like he saw something totally wrong.
No exit from maze. File running. Pac-AI.exe camera detected. Player. Connected. And that's it. Never heard from again. Permanent residency at Pac-Manville. No sleep, youngster. If this story creeped you out even a little, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop a no exit in the comments if you made it through this scary tale of the arcade and didn't have to turn on the lights. So if you're into creepy arcade stories, haunted games, and the dark side of retro tech, subscribe to Arcade Man Cave World. We've got more twisted tales coming your way every week. Next up, we heading down south to beaches, top-notch seafood, and a very mysterious Pac-Man Files revisits the June 1988 unexplained incident at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, another haunted arcade machine. You don't want to miss that sci-fi horror mind bender. This is Arcade Man Cave World, where the arcade transforms every episode.